Thanksgiving 2019 was an absolutely delicious meal. Most of the recipes were old favorites that either I thought were perfect as is or just needed a few tweaks. But there was at least one recipe that was totally new this year and was one of the best and biggest surprises of 2019. If you want to find out more, keep watching. No Southern themed Thanksgiving dinner will be complete without cornbread dressing. That means that along with baking the cornbread the night before so that it can dry out a bit, you also have to make the chicken stock. Although you can make a simple light chicken stock by simply boiling chicken with vegetables, I decided to make a dark stock this year in order to get a stronger flavor. Although making a dark stock is definitely a little bit more trouble, or as the Argentines would say, a little bit more quilombo, in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. I have a full-length recipe video coming up so that you can make it at home. So stay tuned for that. Besides preparing the ingredients for the cornbread dressing, the night before Thanksgiving also involves making pies. So I'll get to those in a little bit. Once Thanksgiving Day comes around, it can get a bit hectic. If you make everything from scratch like I do, you have to be really good at timing your dishes to make sure that everything is done at about the same time. You might even have to make adjustments or make quick decisions on things that aren't working out how they should. As you'll see coming up next, this Thanksgiving was definitely cooking for real. I'm ready to put together the cornbread dressing. I have some cornbread here that I made last night and then I left it out uncovered so that it could dry out. It's definitely dry now. I have some bread. I know the recipe calls for 60 grams, which is 2 slices. One time I made it with 4, I think, and 2 seems like it might not be enough, so I made more just in case. This is just plain white bread. I did not leave it out last night, but I did toast it, which I like to do. I have the dark chicken stock I made last night, the chicken off of the chicken leg quarter. Then I also have the giblets here, the internal organs of the chicken along with the chicken neck, and I think I picked off most of the meat. I have my evaporated milk. I'm going to add a bit of that. My spices, garlic powder, onion powder, sage, poultry seasoning, salt and pepper I have to get. Here's my garlic, onion, and celery. I sauteed the celery for 5 minutes, then added the onion for 5 minutes, and when the onion had 1 minute left to go, I added the garlic, 75 grams of celery, about 2 medium stalks, 1 small onion, 100 grams, and 2 large cloves of garlic. Here's my container that I am going to use for the dressing. I already buttered it. Can't remember the dimensions, but I believe it's more than an 8x8 but less than a 9x13. And over here, my greens are boiling. I already finished the pasta for the mac and cheese, so the chicken is in the oven. It definitely smells like Thanksgiving. I crumbled up the cornbread and then I just sliced the white bread into cubes. So far just 2 slices, and then I broke them apart with my hands. Now it's time for the meat and seasonings and liquids. This is my standard custard style southern baked mac and cheese recipe with whole wheat elbows, but I'm doing something a bit different. I'm doing half extra sharp cheddar and half Parmesan, 225 grams or 8 ounces each, and then also a quarter teaspoon each of garlic powder, onion powder, and black pepper. I might actually do a little bit more than that. And then, of course, my evaporated milk and egg mixture. I'm just putting down layers. I did 2 tablespoons of melted butter in the pasta itself, which you could probably see in here. It's glistening, it's beautiful. I buttered the pan, put some pasta down, cheese, the evaporated milk and egg, and then the spices, then another pasta layer, and now I'm just going to put on about a third of the cheese, a third of the original amount, and then do the same with the extra sharp. Just make sure that the last layer is cheese so that it browns very nicely and gets bubbly. Now the mac and cheese is ready for the oven. The heat is on 72, but the thermostat says that it's 76 in here. Wonder why. Green. That's why. Almost there. The anticipation is killing me. Thanksgiving dinner 2019 is now complete. Before everything is made to look a little bit more presentable, I wanted to go over what I made. A small Thanksgiving, so I did an oven roasted chicken, 5.5 pounds, following the recipe that I normally do. And of course I did it on the rack, so underneath that there is butternut squash and golden delicious apples, which is absolutely phenomenal because it roasts and gets all that herb butter and chicken drippings. Made some collard greens with smoked turkey. I took most of the skin off of the turkey wing, be a little bit healthier. Mac and cheese. I did half extra sharp cheddar, half Parmesan. This took actually about an hour, I think, and it looks phenomenal. Cornbread dressing took, I think, an hour and a half. It looks phenomenal as well. It's a little bit thicker than last year because I added that extra piece of bread. I'm sure that will be phenomenal. Some cornbread that I made yesterday. The cornbread that I did not leave out to make the cornbread dressing, I wrapped it, and now before serving I'm just going to put a little bit of water on it and then microwave it on this plate or something for maybe 30 seconds. That's going to make it nice and moist. I feel like if you reheat cornbread, it's better to put a little bit of sprinkling of water on it just so that it's not dry. Then here, some giblet stock and my homemade cranberry sauce. There's more off to the side, but I just wanted to show you. So it is now time to eat. I am excited. Everything was absolutely delicious. It was one of the best Thanksgiving dinners that I had ever had. The chicken was moist and flavorful, as was the dressing. The combination of cheeses and spices made the mac and cheese unforgettable. The cranberry sauce was a perfect finishing touch. But of course, when I'm cooking, dessert is a main attraction. I made an easy homemade apple pie with golden delicious apples, as well as a southern sweet potato pie based on a recipe from the 1860s. I also made something called a Japanese fruit pie, one of my new favorite things. I already have recipes for the apple pie and the sweet potato pie on my channel, and this Japanese sweet potato pie recipe will soon be joining the others. I don't want to give away too much about it now. You'll have to wait for the video, but just be sure that it is absolutely fantastic. I will be making this recipe again and again. And best of all, it's super easy to make. And of course, since I am the king of desserts here on YouTube, I had to make a layer cake as well. Since Christmas is right around the corner, I wanted to take this opportunity to redo my blackberry jam cake recipe. Although I already have a blackberry jam cake recipe on my channel that I uploaded last December, I wanted to mix it up a bit, so I redid the video, and that will be coming out very shortly as well. Once again, I think I found another one of my favorite things, not only because of the taste, but also because of the color. It's just beautiful to look at. Needless to say, this Thanksgiving 2019 was an absolute success. If you like what you saw in this video, be sure to check out the links for the recipes that I already have on my channel. The links will be in the description box, as well to keep an eye out for the new recipes coming soon. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. For more information about Argentinian food and Southern recipes, please visit my website, parnellthechef.com, and be sure to follow me on social media. Right now, I'm most active on Twitter and Instagram. Once again, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.